I speed ran my taxes for 2 reasons. 1, I have to file my taxes as soon as humanly possible for reasons I'll explain momentarily. 2, you should file your taxes as early as possible because that means you get your money back as early as possible. Knowing that, I would guess about 90% of you will get some sort of tax return. And as I'm speed running my taxes, I'll let you know all the documents you need to file so you can file yours as early as possible too. But why do I need to file my taxes as soon as possible? You may think I'll be getting a fat tax return. I wish that was the case, but things are much more complicated than that. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is John. I talk transparently about all the money situations we face in life, like paying your taxes or buying your first home. So sit back and relax because my story starts here. So I bought a house in July of 2020. I had a stable job and the banks were happy to give me a loan to buy a house. But in May of 2021, I left my full-time job to pursue freelancing and content creation. I had a passion for teaching others about finance, and although I wasn't making millions, I was making enough to sustain my frugal lifestyle. But here's where the conflict arises and mistakes were made. But now it's 2023 and I'd like to buy another house, but because I quit my stable job, the banks consider me risky and they won't give me a loan to buy another house. But after talking to various banks and CPAs, I learned how other freelancers and entrepreneurs will typically buy a home even without a stable job. And I think this may work for me too. If you're a freelancer or entrepreneur, most banks will give you a loan for a house if you can show 2 years of consistent income. And the way you prove consistent income is by showing your tax returns. And 2023 would be my second year of consistent income. Now you understand the predicament. So I can't even buy a house until I have 2 years of tax returns, meaning the sooner I file, the sooner I can buy a house. So let's go file some taxes. So if you want to file your taxes early, whether you want your refund back earlier or you're in a situation like mine, there's a couple key things that you'll need to start with. First, the basics. Name, address, social security number, and date of birth. Check, check, check. You'll also need last year's tax returns. So whether it was TurboTax, H&R Block, a CPA, or your mom who helped you file, you're gonna need those from last year. Hey mom, I was wondering how old was I when you stopped helping me with my taxes?
I think you were out of college, maybe about 24?
Yeah, I think 24 or 25 sounds about right. Thanks. Look, my parents helped me with my taxes for the longest time, so don't feel dumb if you need help doing your taxes. They definitely don't make this stuff easy. Okay, so you also need your bank account and routing number. This is so you can actually get your refund back. You can find those on your banking app. Check. If you have a dependent like a child or someone you're a legal guardian to, you'll need their information because that's how you get tax breaks from that. Check. And lastly, you'll need all sources of income. I won't go through all of these, but here are some common examples. Your W-2 comes from your employer, and anything that says 1099 is also considered income. So if you sold stocks, you'll get a 1099-B from your brokerage. If you receive dividends, you'll get a 1099-DIV from your brokerage. Or if you received interest, you'll get a 1099-INT from your bank. There's also deductions and tax credits you want to look at. So I have this free checklist in the description below. It has all the forms and documents you need in order to file your taxes early. Trust me, preparing all these documents beforehand will make the process 10 times easier. But here's one of the most frustrating things when it comes to filing your taxes. Companies release their tax forms at different times. It's now January 16th, I have most of my forms, but I'm still waiting on my payroll information, which won't even be available until January 23rd. And there's nothing I can really do about it. I'm pretty much at the mercy of these large companies. And now that I'm delayed in filing my taxes, I'm gonna be delayed in buying a home, but they won't even let me buy a home until I have 2 years of tax returns. Sorry about that. Tax rage is a real thing. It's normal. It's gonna happen to you at least twice during tax season, so just be prepared for that. So while I'm waiting on my final tax documents, I wanted to explain the difference between using a company like TurboTax or H&R Block to file your taxes, or finding a CPA to help you file your taxes. So I used to always use TurboTax to file my taxes because it's super easy and straightforward, but as of last year, I found a CPA to help me do my taxes. I started working with a CPA because my taxes have gotten more complicated as the years go by. I'm self-employed, I'm hiring contractors, I have a rental property now. And the more complicated your taxes are, the more I recommend that you hire a professional to help you. But if you had one job in 2022 and you didn't have any major life events, your taxes are gonna be pretty straightforward and you could definitely finish them in an afternoon using TurboTax or H&R Block. It truly just depends on your situation. So instead of waiting until January 23rd to get everything organized, I have everything organized here on my computer so that once the 23rd rolls around, I can file my taxes as soon as possible. And one thing I will say is that being organized is one of the most underrated skills of 2023. So whether you're a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, a manager, or an entrepreneur, you must be organized in order to be successful. You must have systems, you must document everything, and this is something that I've struggled with severely. I mean, if you watched my last video, you saw that one of my New Year's resolutions was to become more organized. Remember, time is your most valuable asset, so if you're always losing time trying to find documents or retracing your steps or deleting things that shouldn't have been deleted, you will be losing valuable time. And trust me, I've learned the hard way because at the end of 2022, I felt burnt out because I didn't have any systems, I didn't have any organization in my life, and it just felt really chaotic and there was just no structure at all. So this is proof to myself that I'm becoming more organized in 2023 and staying on top of things, and I will conquer tax season and I will buy a house. Today's the day. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
So I want to get my payroll deductions, I want to get all my other tax forms, and hopefully we can file today. And here's a quick tip that I always do just to make sure I don't miss anything. I search my email tax forms, and that should pretty much find everything that you're gonna need. So let's search it up right here, tax forms. And yeah, so I have Fidelity, Fundrise, M1 Finance, all my brokerages, and then my mortgage company is on here as well. So that's an easy way to just make sure you don't miss anything. Okay, so let's submit our documents. Basically, I have everything organized. I'm just gonna upload it into the portal and I should be good to go. So let's upload these. And let me see, one more thing. Okay, I'm trying to submit it, but for some reason it's saying I'm missing something. Hang on. I've uploaded that already. What the? Save and submit. Why? Come on. What the heck? I've literally already done this. Oh my. Oh, if I had to do this over again, if it did not save my. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so the information I provided was just messed up for some reason. I redid it and it looks all good now. I'm gonna click save and submit, and hopefully that finishes my taxes for the entire year. I am excited about this. All right, so here we go. Save and submit. Boom. There we go. Okay, that's it. Time me what? January 23rd, 9:48 a.m. Let's go. I am done with my taxes. So basically, I uploaded everything. I took all my documents and uploaded them into a portal, and then my CPA will then file my taxes on my behalf based off all the information. So if you use TurboTax or H&R Block, you're gonna do the same exact thing. The ball is in their court now, and I'm just excited to be done with it and sit back in relief, So I definitely didn't file my taxes as soon as I hoped. I really thought I could file my taxes like at the very beginning of the year and just be done with it, but obviously that's not the case. And for anyone filing this year, just know that things will not always go to plan. There will be headaches, but you can avoid 90% of those headaches by being organized, staying on top of things, and just understanding how taxes work. And by preparing and doing them quickly, you can actually get your tax return back much faster than the people who procrastinate. So you'll get your money back faster, and potentially like me, I can actually buy a home much faster now too. So I hope you enjoyed this video, but I also hope you learned something from this video. Take care.